Hello everyone, hello. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the 29th of January, or perhaps any other given date you may be watching this. I'd love you to say hi in the chat, in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. Yes, my kids are still up. Thank you for being here, Ingrid, Lisbeth, Ed, Hannah-Marie, Meryl, Kiki, Dale and Maya. We have an incredible reference image to work from. I think it was just last week that I discovered the photography of Tanmay Saxena and got in touch on Instagram and asked if we could work from his incredible photography. Definitely go check him out because it is worth just spending some time looking through his dreamlike, breathtaking, beautiful photography. It's really amazing. And happy Chinese New Year. It's the year of the snake, the serpent, and this series of images, there are a couple more here that I can share you. Check them out on Instagram. Go like and love them and read his words that accompany these images because it's really, so wonderful, delightful. I just enjoy finding beautiful work on the internet so much, and I'm really happy that we get to work from this image. Lewis is here. Anastasios, hello. Hey Cassidy. I have been thinking, I will show you. I have my this spread that I've been working on, my ink spread, and I feel like there are these nice portraits in here, and if you've been drawing with us daily throughout the week, you'll know these faces, and this is how they exist on the page at the moment, and I feel like they're really all disconnected. And I was wondering where do I start a new page? Is there something interesting I can do here? And I was wondering how to tie together this spread as an interesting composition. So we're going to do a 5-minute portrait, but beyond the 5-minute portrait, I would like to share my ambition with you, because I have had an idea how I can bring this composition together. And it's also incorporating direct inspiration from another artist, Jessie P. Tattoo, and I will show you this mock-up. This concept that I have made. And so I'm going to work from the reference. I'm going to nestle it in here and thread a snake through the portraits. Where is it? There's the full reference. This is what we're working from. And somewhere, I didn't just delete it, did it? I had here, there we go, look at that. So there's this tattoo design, this snake. I've been looking for snakes and how I could thread a snake through. And from the real snake world, I tried a few different sketches and compositions, and also tried incorporating the snake, which was in the image, but compositionally it was somehow a bit lacking. And then I thought maybe it needs to be bigger, it needs to be more snake, it needs to be something that really wraps it all up together. And this is the idea, this is what I have put together as my kind of concept for what I could do with this spread. And right now, this looks like a lot. Right now we're just going to focus on this 5-minute portrait because we've been doing 5-minute portraits. And I would love you all to join the Discord server where I've been sharing the reference. There are also a couple more photos which you can find on Instagram, but I've also shared them on the Discord server because they're so beautiful, so nice. Here I already have some ink, but it's going to be pretty dark, so I think I'm going to be able to work on top of this ink here, and I'm hoping this is going to work out compositionally. Because I think it could be pretty cool. So I have many sketchbooks where I've just filled pages with faces and then kind of unplanned and spontaneously something comes together, and it's a really interesting process to go through, this idea of spontaneous composition and how do the images come together on the page without the foresight. Like from day to day, I haven't known who we're going to be drawing, what we're working on, and each day I have just found some inspiration. And now it was interesting with this idea of the year of the snake, which I would really like to delve into. And if anyone knows anything about the year of the snake or what snakes signify to you, I'd love to hear about it, because that's something I'll definitely be looking into, because that kind of stuff is fascinating. So here we are. That's my little bit of an introduction, my challenge, because how do I bring this spread together? I hope it's going to work out. It'll be really interesting. I'm going to focus on that 5-minute portrait now, and then see what happens beyond that. All right, let's go. How's everyone else doing with the daily sketches? 5 minutes now. I've got a couple of references here, just to kind of see how is this going to fit. I've got this. I used the app Procreate on my phone, Procreate Pocket, to overlay the reference image and the original photo of the spread. So that's how I just did this kind of concept mock-up of how the spread could be, and so I'm using that on my phone, and then I've got the bigger reference over there to the clearer reference when I'm moving into the portrait. But I just want to kind of see if I can position it right, using the parallel pen. And I intend to be pushing some ink around. And I think this adds, instead of having all of these disparate, floating, disconnected portraits, this one is going to pull everything together with the inspiration from the snake. And I think that could be really cool. Kiki, you commented that maybe the kids are still up, and yes, I was just reading. I wish I could read longer, but we did manage to finish a mini story within a manga about the Legend of Zelda, and it was very interesting. It was about the creation of Majora's Mask. If anyone is familiar with the world. Okay, so now I've got things put where I think they should be. And now the reference that I have on screen, I put up the brightness a bit so that I could see the facial features, which is a slight modification on the original photo, but it was going to help in being able to see. But the original contrast, the incredible setting, it's just, everyone go check out these photos because they're really wonderful. Thank you, Tanmay, for sharing such beautiful work. I have such respect and love of beautiful photography. I know a little of what it can be like to take a nice photo, and the way these, I feel like I can do it a little bit, and when I see these images which seem so spontaneous and so breathtaking and such incredible compositions, and everything is amazing, then I just know that like there's so much that goes into it, all of the practice and the vision, and just being able to see what is going to be amazing, and to see and capture the beauty, and to get the perspective, to just capture something from a particular angle, or to explore different angles, and then maybe one of the images, one of the angles is just sings and is amazing. And Tanmay has such a beautifully curated Instagram feed, which just is like, it feels like traveling through a dreamscape, but it's the real world, and it's beautiful and amazing. So, whoa. 15 seconds left. I think I'll be going over time today. I've been wondering. So this is the first 5 minutes. I still feel like setting that time constraint and saying, okay, this is going to be 5 minutes. I'll put another 5 minutes on, see what happens in the next 5 minutes. But yeah, setting that time constraint. I think I'm going to intensify some of these shadows. Even though I feel like there's so much going on here, there's so much potential, there's so much I could do, and also the extra challenge of making it be in a relationship set within the other portraits, kind of extra challenge. But I still feel like it's beneficial to be like, okay, I've got 5 minutes, and just to start, because I feel like my decision making faculties function differently when I don't have much time, and I just get to it. And of course I've been practicing this a lot, but it's really interesting what comes about when that kind of restraint is placed upon the decision making process that leads to more spontaneity and quick decision making. And so even now I'm just abandoning the 5 minute time frame, still starting with that initial impetus and that drive of trying to get something done in a short space of time. Lends a life and dynamic, spontaneous decision making process. Dylan, could you move the camera so that we can see your work? I hope I did. You can see my work, yeah? I'm reading that long after you wrote it, so I hope that was addressed. Anyone have any questions? Anyone have any insights into snakes and serpents, the year of the snake, what it could mean, our relationship to snakes? So the subject of this image is with his pet snake, and Tanmay also in these posts he talks about snakes and the special significance of snakes, and it made me think about a friend of mine at university who had a pet snake, and was the first time I had direct contact, had held and been with a snake, and it was special. And of course there's a lot of snakes, very significant and potent symbols, and co-inhabitors of this world that we live in. Growing up in Australia, there was always a kind of awareness of the potential of there could be snakes around, there could be snakes in the long grass, lying under things. I once saw a snake standing up to a sprinkler on a hot summer day, and it was just cooling off bathing in the rain, the artificial rain of the sprinkler in an orange plantation. And it felt like so, it was the first time I had, even after having met my friend's snake, it just seemed like it was such a relatable desire and urge to cool down, to be in the water. And my grandfather, who grew up on the land further away from any towns and stuff, and grew up on a farm, and he had stories of him and his siblings, their interactions with snakes, catching snakes, and it was really interesting. Really interesting to hear. Okay, that's like 10 minutes. So it's a 10. Do I have a link to the snake inspiration? I have Tanmai's Instagram is here. The snake inspiration. The tattoo art. I grabbed it just before. I will put the artist who did the tattoo in the chat, because I just spontaneously grabbed it. And I will get in touch with him. Perhaps before drawing the snake, I will get in touch with him, because I just looked at it like 15 minutes ago. I was like, that's the snake. That would be so cool. So yeah, I'll put Jessie P Tattoo. Thank you, Cassidy. That was a great idea. Jessie P Tattoo. So on Instagram. Yeah, that's it for now. That's a good idea. I feel like I'll keep this live stream short. That is a beginning, and we can have a look now how this looks on the spread, nestled in between the other faces, and I'm very curious about weaving the serpent throughout the composition. I think it could be very cool. And any other questions that people have right now? Now is the time to ask. Feel free to ask. So yeah, this is what's going on here. There's a lot of space here. There was a lot of space everywhere, and I really enjoy overlapping, interacting elements in the composition, and all of that space in between. It just felt like something to tie together. I've been wondering about it all week as I've been working across here. It's like, how is this going to become a cohesive, connected composition? And I think that, where did I have it? Nope. Here. Something like that. That's the vision. That's what it could become. This spread could become something like that. We shall see. So that's it for today. I'm going to get in touch with Jesse, show him that, and ask if I could use his work as reference. Otherwise, I'll come up with something very similar and continue to work on it. And I can't wait to share it with you. I can't wait to see myself, how it's going to turn out. Thank you all for being here. Please share your work. If you're on Instagram, I am now all over the place. I've applied to have a PixelFed account, pixelfed.art or something like this, a decentralized social media. And they've got to get back to me within 1 to 2 days to prove that I am a human. So that's interesting. But I'm on RedNote, I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on Kara, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook. I'm probably on some other places. Instagram for sure. Tag me here. Instagram, YouTube. Share your stuff on YouTube, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see if I can just grab the link. Sometimes. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to put this in the chat. If you're not already, I would love you to join the Discord server, because that's where sharing these references, and it is a very nice place to share and be and see what people are making. I see that people have already shared their sketches from today. So good. Cassidy, you're in the chat. You've already posted on Discord. That's so cool. Thanks again to Tanmay, and thank you for our muse, our snake friend, and I look forward to learning more about the meaning, the symbolism of snakes, and as I move towards weaving this spread together. Thank you for being here, and until next time, same time tomorrow. Take care, everyone. You can do your snake research as well and come back tomorrow and tell me what you've learnt. I would love to hear what the year